So a really big question that people ask us, I think is very important, is how do I manage all the social media effort with constrained resources? Some nonprofits don't have a huge staff in which to do this. A lot of times I see this get pushed on the youngest person in the office. And I think there are ways that you can manage these kinds of efforts across your organization and really bring everybody into participating rather than making this a separate side activity. I think when social media is successful, it's more of a planned, cohesive activity that the organization's engaged in as opposed to a side activity. Too often I hear we're doing social media because it's expected of us, or we're doing social media because everybody else is doing social media. I think one of the first ways that you use your resources wisely is to have very specific, concrete goals for what you want to accomplish with social media, and to be realistic about what social media is actually going to be able to do. Is social media going to cause huge numbers of people to go march on their mayor's office in support of an issue? Probably not in the context we're talking about. Even though it's been seen to be very effective on that in other areas, I think getting people to get engaged in offline action is something you really have to plan very carefully and requires multiple forms of effort. Social media is great at informing people, but how do you measure that? How do you measure that success? So you have to really think about, when you're using social media, these are the things I want to accomplish, and this is how I know if I'm going to have accomplished them. The second thing you can do is, once you've figured out your goals, really pick the channels that are going to help you meet those goals. It is much better for you to focus on and be great at 2 channels than to be mediocre at 4 channels. Right? And the way social media works, you can, for instance, tie your Twitter and your Facebook accounts together, but those are 2 different cultures in those sites, and doing that you risk alienating one side or the other. And I would really encourage you to really focus in on 1 or 2 sites where you want to reach your audience, and then instead of spreading your attention across multiple sites, do a good job at 1 or 2 instead.